It's funny in a blueprinters that this little bag of sugar or sugar on a whole, a lot of our ancestors lost their lives for this. Blueprint family, I see the opposition leader I do a thing. He might try to use the Jamaican history to his own benefit so he can ascend to power, manipulating our history against us. Blueprinters, we're going to talk a little bit about this in today's video. If this is something that you're interested in, stick around as we get into the video right now. So Mark Jefferson Golden has stated that if he get the chance to form this next government, becoming the Prime Minister of Jamaica, is going to give the Maroons a voice in the Senate. Something that Jamaican people didn't ask him for. Because the thing that we have been asking him for, him can't deliver, which is, how are you going to fund all of these landish, wishful thinking that you are proposing to the Jamaican people in the form of idea? He cannot answer that, but he can tell us that he's going to give Maroons a voice. And you know who jumped on this long time, this offer, this wishful promise? Mr. Richard Curry, the chief of the Maroons. Jump at it long time, align themselves to the People's National Party, giving Mark Golden exactly what he wanted, the support to try and get power over the Jamaican people. Guys, I want you to check out that video here. I want you to check it out. We're going to come back and we're going to discuss what's really happening here.
Accompong Maroon Chief Richard Curry is welcoming the PNP's proposal to give the Maroons a voice in Jamaica's Senate, calling it a landmark move in the nation's political history. Details in this report.
Speaking on the morning agenda on Power 106 FM, Accompong Maroon Chief Richard Curry said he has long championed the need for Maroon voices to be heard at the legislative level. He proposed 2 dedicated Senate seats, one for the Leeward Maroons and another for the Windward, noting that the 2 territories operate under different systems.
Since the opposition has proposed it, this is something that you've been encouraging your members to vote for one political party over the other?
The Maroons have always supported the government that supported the Maroons. And I've said that on many, many platforms. I've never voted in a state election, right? I've never been a part of any political movement as far as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party or the People's National Party. Since Chief Curry has taken office, his voice has been for the people, for the Maroons people and for the people of Jamaica, and advocating for our rightful place at the table in having discussion and input on matters which affects us. So yes, we applaud this move for the opposition and we would support this move on a large scale.
Chief Curry dismissed concerns that Senate participation would weaken Maroon sovereignty claims, stressing that their authority is anchored in historic peace treaties with the British. Those treaties, he said, established a dual governance structure, one led by the Maroons, the other by the Jamaican state, which still recognizes the British monarch as head of state.
So if you're talking about sovereignty, the sovereign of Jamaica is currently King Charles III. The Maroons, by virtue of this treaty, were recognized as the people of the land. So therefore, anything having to do with the land, as far as it relates to government, whether it be the leading government or the opposition government, there has to be the involvement of the people of the land. Those were identified as the sovereigns of the land, which means the indigenous population. So it's not a fight, it's not a tussle. What it is saying is that for the Republic of Jamaica to be true and representative of the people, it must have the voices of the people. Being a part of the Senate creates that avenue and creates that understanding.
In January 2022, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness declared that under his leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign authority, dismissing the rhetoric of the Accompong Maroons that they are a sovereign people. Prior to that statement, the government issued a directive banning public funding for any group or area that claims sovereignty.
Blueprinters, you listened that a while ago? You listened that? Mr. Curry is a very foolish but ambitious man. Foolish but ambitious. Mr. Curry doesn't only want 1, he wants 2. Very ambitious. But my question to you, Mr. Curry, are you familiar with the Jamaican Constitution? It comes like you're not familiar. The Jamaican Constitution clearly states that there can only be a certain amount of people in Parliament, and that amount is fixed in stone. It's fixed in the Constitution. It cannot go over and it cannot go under. It's fixed in the Constitution. The opposition leader have an amount and the ruling government have an amount that is recommended directly to the Governor General, and he sign off on these people. So how is it that you are going to get 2 seats? Is Mark going to drop some people? No, he can't. So how are you going to get these 2 seats? Is he going to change the Constitution? He can't. So how are these 2 seats going to come about? And my question is to Mark and Mr. Curry. Why do the Maroons need a representative in Parliament? Why? When the last time we checked, the Maroons are Jamaican people. The same laws that govern me and you govern the Maroons. The same benefit that me and you experience, the Maroons benefit them also. So why would the Maroons need an individual representative when the government already represents for them and everybody? But the Maroons are pushing this thing that they are a sovereign nation. And I don't know where them get that from. Because the treaty that they signed, the 1739 treaty, states nothing of sovereignty. When you read the treaty, it's basically a well-decorated land title. And certain things that the Maroons have to uphold on their part to keep that land. It says nothing of being a sovereign nation. Within the land, which is a Pong town, they have their little rules that they follow. They get that right. It's the same thing like in Jamaica when you have a gated community. You know you have the laws of Jamaica, but within that gated community, the gated community have their rules that you as a tenant have to follow. So I don't know where Mr. Curry get this idea of sovereignty through this treaty. There's nothing like that. In this treaty, nothing like that. I see Mr. Curry also going around spreading this lie about they're indigenous. I don't know if Mr. Curry know what is the meaning of indigenous. You cannot be indigenous to somewhere that you didn't originated from. Because when you check the background, we were all brought here. Our ancestors were all brought here. So you couldn't be indigenous to this land. You are the same like everybody else. You're not different as much as all the Maroons would have want to believe say them different and them special. You are not. Your ancestors came on boat like everybody else's ancestors. We're sold into slavery like everybody else's ancestors. We're made to work on plantation till them dead like everybody else's ancestors. The only difference is the Maroons escape first. And after escaping, signed a treaty that turned them into the attack dogs for the British, for the crown. Hunting down their black brothers and sisters, bringing them back to bondage, bringing them back to the feet of the slave masters. You guys don't talk about that. You talk about everything else in that treaty, but you guys don't talk about that. You guys help catch Paul Bogle and bring him back. Not even help, you guys caught Paul Bogle and bring him back to get string up. You guys caught Taki and bring him to get string up. And there's allegation that you guys caught Sam Sharp also. But you guys don't want to talk about that history. The Maroons are sellout by ancestry and by their nature. The Maroons don't align our business with anything Jamaica related unless it benefit or affect them. That's when you hear the Maroons them open their mouth. They're not for Jamaica. So in the video when me hear Mr. Courier talk about the benefit of the people and Jamaica, that's a lie. That's a lie. Maroons don't believe business with nothing what have to do with the Jamaican people. Not one thing. They are very selfish people. So when me say Mark Golding has sell this narrative like, the Maroons are with us and we are caring for the Maroons, so the Jamaican people should follow the Maroons. Mark Golding, let me tell you this. Well thinking Jamaicans don't give a flying fuck about the Maroons. Because we all know the Maroons are for the crown. Always looking a white batty hole to run back. Always looking another pale face Britain man for hand something to them like how them hand them in the treaty. We don't frightened for Maroons, Mark Golding. We don't frighten for Maroons. This is just history repeating itself. Yes, the slave master has Carleen is lapdog them, is attack dog them. We don't frighten for that. We see you up a Maroon town in a little dashiki shirt, but you're gone a celebration. Like, Mark Golding, you could never understand the Jamaican heritage. Never. You have never had the bloods of slave run through your bone. You don't know what that fire feels like. You don't know how your spirit feel ignited when you hear the sound of the drum. When you hear the chanting of the people. When you feel the presence of our ancestors around you. You could never know that because your ancestors, your bloodline are the bloodline that caused that pain. So it no matter if you're born here or not, you will never understand what it is to be a true Jamaican. You haven't gone through any sufferation. Your ancestors haven't gone through any sufferation. I see you going at the inner city and you try to talk your little patois. I try to act like say you're part of the inner city. What you know about inner city life? What you know for wake up hungry and the only meal might be dinner? What you know about if you wear one shoes from 1 grade go to 3 grade and get another shoes from 3 grade go up to 6 grade? What you know about that, Mark Golding? What you know about if you wear brother clothes? What you know about that? What you know about if you only have one pair of good shoes where you have to wear go to church, going out, and sometimes school? What you know about them things there? You cannot relate. And this is why you appear so disconnected to the Jamaican people. This is why you have to move like 3 yard man. And I try to sell us so many sweet nothings. And the other day, I tell somebody, say, Mark Golding coming like one of the man them downtown who sell clothes and shoes. As the Jamaican people call him goose killer. Are you that? Yeah, man, you're the type of man there. When you go to town and them ask you if you look shoes and you say yes, and you say boy that shoes they too dear, them lower the price until them find something where you work with. That's you. And so all of your policy them and idea line out. Because now me see you talk say you go come up with another part of manifesto. Because the Jamaica Labour Party shows say your manifesto are foolish and the Jamaican people have a lot of questions. Now you come with the next one. It's always a sweeter deal, and a sweeter deal for roping the Jamaican people. And you will try to rope in every single body for gain power. And this is how we as well-thinking Jamaican people know that you are desperate. When you look, you try roping teacher, you try roping police, you all reach a security guard. Now you are roping them sell out they were near maroons. You cannot trick us, Mr. Mark. You are not a man for the people. You are a man for power and a man for yourself and your own selfish gain and your own selfish benefits. And the Jamaican people will not support you. Well-thinking Jamaicans, at the end of the day, our ancestors sacrificed a lot. They lived together. They sweat together. They suffered together. They bled together. And they chose to die together. That we, as their offspring, we, as their lineage, could inherit this country, run by the great grandchildren of slave, not by the descendants of slave master. They fight that we could own this rock, this amazing rock that we call Jamaica. The descendants of slave could call this a home. And right now, me know them are turning at them grave. Them are turning at them grave when them see so many children of slave support a man that has slave masters' blood around through them. Me know Nanny feel it. She feel it already when Kojo sell her out to the British, and she feel it again. For see, our people where she fight for escape slavery support the same bloodline that tortured our ancestors and come for torture us. Jamaican people, wake up. Wake up. Too long we are trying to run back at these pale face people and try to tear down our own. We have our own in parliament right now with the same color as we, and I do a damn good job, and yet still una make a pale face come and I try to tell una say to get rid of him and put him in a power. People of Jamaica, wake up and choose Jamaica. Alright, Blueprint family, we'll come to the ending of another video. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Destroy the like button. Also, if you're a new viewer here and you haven't yet subscribed, turn post notification on to get notified anytime I drop a new video. Also, to the new viewers here, we as Blueprinters will live by 3 rules, and those 3 rules are: keep grinding, keep hustling, and remember, success is in the blueprint. See you later, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.